Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawn Pourgol. I'm an osteopath, and today I want to speak with you about how important it is for you to choose the right friends for yourself if you want to become wealthy, if you want to remain rich, successful, and wealthy. Research has shown that the 5 closest friends you have has a fundamental importance in your success. Researchers found out who are the 5 closest friends of the research participants, and then found out what salaries they make, and this person, the research subject's salary was very close with his 5 or her 5 closest friends. What does that mean for you? It means that the 5 closest friends that you spend a lot of time with, you are most likely to have similar salary and income as them. Why this is important in the marketing field? It is very important, and for the people who for the life coaches and others who try to improve the lives of people, they recommend always to people to choose their friends carefully. I will give you more example in detail as for you to find out why it is so, but I have personally only hang around with friends who are wealthier than I am. I learn a lot from them. Every time I meet them, I learn from them. For example, I'm in Naples, Florida, where my university is located. National University of Medical Sciences is the first and only school of manual osteopathy in the United States. And I have some friends here, and they are all wealthier than me, and I learned a lot from them. Last week I learned from them that most of them, they have either their own farm or their co-op farm. They eat only what they grow themselves, so because they know what it is, the type of organic food it is, and especially now in the time of coronavirus where access to food may be restricted, they are safe because they can grow their own food. I help them also a lot. As you know, I live in Panama now since 2 years ago. I went to Panama to set up a Spanish language university there, National University of Medical Sciences, Panama, but I fell in love with the country. I moved there, and I love it. I live Monday to Fridays beachfront, and on the weekends I stay on the mountain type, 3,000 feet above the mountain. I do yoga, taekwondo, meditation there. It's my silence retreat, no human being around me. It's just a wonderful place. And I told them that in Panama they can get over 5.5% on certificate of deposit or guaranteed investment certificate for 3 years period, and they were shocked and they were very happy. They said this would save them a lot of money. They were very upset because the stock market is going down now, and God knows how long it will stay. It will come up for sure, as it always does, but it is always good to keep your eggs in more than one basket, and the investment is open to Canadians, Americans, and others. They can easily open a bank account there and invest some money there. 5.5% for 3 years CD is a great income. Their money is safe. If you get anything less than 2% in most countries, means you're losing money due to inflation. And if you just keep cash, you should have cash for 6 months of your life, but if less than that, more than that, then you're losing 2% to inflation. But this is other things. These are the reasons we graduate successful manual osteopaths. I teach them everything I know about business. I teach my students over 200 business lectures on tax planning, asset protection, marketing, and anything else. But this was an example I wanted to show you. Many of the things I learned in business and I did correctly that brought me up is because of my friends, the wealthy friends taught me. For example, I was an employee at one time and I was making $50,000 a month as an income, and it was I had some wealthy friends asking me to quit my job and own my own business, and I told them, you're crazy, I am making good money, but one lawyer changed my mind, and his name is Alan Pace. He has over 50 lawyers working for him in Toronto, and his advertising is everywhere across Ontario. He does personal injury. He told me something I never forget. I remember I was meeting with him, and then he told me, he introduced me to a lawyer, so I forgot the name. He's my new lawyer. And I asked him how much you're paying him, and he told me, and I said, wow, you can just hire him. You can do this job yourself. Why you hire extra when you can do? You're a lawyer, you're not working, and you are just sitting doing nothing. Why don't you do it? He said, you're wrong. He said, any new graduate can do the legal part, the technical part of the job, the same as me, but nobody can grow the business like me. And he told me something I never forget. He said, if you want to be rich and successful, quit your job. I did, and my income went so much higher. Before I became a manual osteopath, I was a chiropractor. At that time, I was the busiest chiropractor in Canada, seeing 150 patients a day. But still, my income was at this level. I was working from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, including Christmas and New Year. For a few years, I done that. But still, my income was like that level. When I owned my own business, I remember one time in 3 months I made $2 million. This is the power, because you don't need to rely on active income. I always tell my students, whenever your passive income surpasses active income, then you're rich and wealthy. If you need to use your brain to make money, you are not rich. It is good to started like that, but sooner or later, at one point, your business has to become your passive income. My businesses now are my passive income. My 2 universities in Madrid, Spain, Naples, Florida, my college in Toronto, Canada, they do their job with or without me. They continue and they generate business. They are passive sources of income. I don't take any money from my schools though, because I made my money prior to osteopathy, prior to I becoming a teacher. I don't need the money, but mosquitoes, sorry. In Florida, there are lots of mosquitoes. I apologize. But the business is working as a source of passive income. My life changed. I became multimillionaire based on that advice that I hang around with a wealthy person to quit my job and just become an entrepreneur. After that, I did treatments for the sake of it. I was charging a lot, $1,000 an hour, but I did it not because I needed the money. I did it on selective patients. I was a doctor for FC Porto, the #1 soccer team in Portugal, who were many times European champions. I treated Eusebio before he passed away, Fernando Gomes, Fernanda Ribeira, the Olympic athletes in Atlanta who won a medal in the marathon, long distance running. I did this because I didn't need money. I just did it for the love of the profession, because I loved what I did, not for money. That advice was really changed my life. Another example, another lawyer, I hang around with him, and I asked him, I was upset because one of my marketing agents left. He did his own clinic. He became my competition, and I told him, where can I get more clients? And he told me something really changed my life as well. He said, find out where your customers are, then go there and take them. Very simple advice, and I follow it, and I always do that. I teach my students to find who are their ideal customers, ideal clients, and then I just do that, and boom, my life changed. Another one, family physician friend of mine, Dr. Nestor Fernandez. He's a good friend of mine. I used to work for him long time ago, and he has many businesses, restaurants, homes. He had an oil company in Venezuela at one time. He's a multi-millionaire, very successful person, and I really like him. I was going to Portugal one time with him. He's the one who he and his manager, he's Portuguese, half from Venezuela. He introduced me to FC Porto. One time I was going to Portugal with him, sitting next to him. I was reading a book, How to Reduce Your Taxes, and he was just relaxed. I asked him, how do you reduce your taxes? You know, I was upset because I paid a lot of money to taxes. Over 53% of my income I was paying to taxes. He said he has a professional accountant who does that. I told him, you're not worried about taxes and stuff. He said he said something that I never forget, and it changed my life. He said, I never think about how much expenses and I have, how much taxes I have to pay. He said, I focus on making more money. He said, if I make $100 million, I don't care to pay $50 million of it away. I focus on making money. And that changed my mind so much. And then later on, when I focused on rich people and their lives, I understood that rich people, successful people focus on what they want and how to get it, and others focus on the things they don't want and what to avoid. So as you see, these were just 3 examples I gave you. Hanging around wealthy people will change your life. You learn a lot from them. I apologize every time I'm videotaping. Either they're doing construction or cutting grass. Naples, Florida is the most beautiful town in the United States. It is amazing. It has been chosen number one town in the United States with happiest, healthiest people. But everything is beautiful here. But they cut the grass every day because of the rain, and the heat makes the grass grow really good. And they are always doing construction all the time. In many of my videos you see, and now they're doing it. Now they started. I can't seem to get away. One time I had to do the video 6 times because right around the end of the video they came and they started cutting the grass. If it's at the beginning, it's easy, but now it's around the end of the video. I don't want to do it again, so I decided to continue the video. You look at all this beautiful. You see all these nice areas. I just love it. I don't know if you see this flower in the video. So beautiful. Bougainvilleas over there. Bougainvillea is my #1 flower. I'm very lucky to be able to stay in Naples, Florida. Anyway, when you have good friends, it's naturally you tend to do what they do. If you plan to lose weight, you cannot hang around a bunch of obese friends that all they like to do is to go eat. It makes it very hard for you to lose weight. The same way, if you like to play, I don't know, ride bicycle every day, it's good to have some friends who do that activity. The same with creating wealth. If you want to be rich and wealthy and successful, you have to hang around rich, successful and wealthy people. And by hanging around people who are wealthier than you look up to them and you learn things, and they look at you as a student and they mentor you and they take your hand and bring you up. Wealthy people are amazing people. I love them. They're very good. They're very helpful. They're kind people. They help you all the time. They don't look at you as their competition. They teach you whatever they can. And having a mentor, a wealthy mentor, will change your life. Trust me, this is one of the best advice I can give you. The same, if you want to be wealthy but you hang around people who are not wealthy, they either through jealousy or because they don't care much about wealth, They will go to do other things that do not help you to create wealth. If you go just eat something for fun of it and watch some sports game on TV in bars and drink beer and alcohol, you come home after 2-3 hours, you did not gain anything. You did not improve your life. You gained some bad calorie. You put beer, which is really bad for your health, has tons of bad stuff in it inside you. You most likely ate some bad food in the bars. Those they serve in the sports bar. This is not something that will help you with your condition, with you creating wealth. It is not something that will help you. While on the other hand, if you go for, like me, for decaf coffee, you don't need to drink decaf coffee. Regular coffee is good too, but I drink decaf because I'm already hyper because of my intermittent fasting that I do. But anyway, I didn't like caffeine too much because I don't like any kind of drugs or anything for too long. The effect on my body. I like to have a clean body. But I go for coffee with these friends. I go play golf. I don't like golf that much. I like to be outside. It's fun, but I do it because I want to hang around these friends, and it helps me a lot. If I quit my my work right now, and I can still live for the rest of my life, I have enough income. I don't need to work, but I do it because I love what I do, and every day I do something to learn about business. I never stop. I'm a student for life, and you should as well do so. You have to be a student for life, and hanging around good friends, it gives you this opportunity. You learn a lot about them. You might think this is cold-hearted to break with friends that you had for a long time, but think differently. Think about yourself, think about your family, think about your country, think about your countrymen and women. When you become rich and wealthy, you benefit. Your family benefits. Your children, spouse benefit. Your country benefits because you pay more tax. Your countrymen and women benefit because you buy more things. Everybody benefits. It is your ethical, moral duty to make more money because everybody benefits. You pay more money to charities. I support 40 people back home. I support a lot of charities in Canada and elsewhere because I have the money. If I didn't have, I would not be able to do so. Being wealthy helps you live longer. It has been shown through research. Helps you have a happy marriage because it has shown there is less chance of divorce. It keeps you healthy. Even if you eat a good healthy diet, if you're poor, the stress of being poor destroys all the health benefits of the healthy diet. So healthy diet works if you at least make 40,000 euro a year. That's what the research shows. And you'll be happier too. Research has shown money indeed does buy happiness if it's used to buy experiences and things that help you save time. For long-term happiness. For short-term, obviously, you can buy with $20, you can buy happiness in a bottle of wine, which I don't recommend it, or like physical toys, a nice car and nice clothes and stuff. Those are temporary happiness, but long-term happiness through travel, through delegating your work to others so you can have more time. Money does all these things for you. Money will open doors for you. Money gives you financial freedom, and you need to do that. So please choose your friend wisely. Do not think this is a cold, calculated act. You should ghost your friends slowly, the ones who are negative, the ones who drain your energy, and you should surround yourself by wealthy individuals, and then you see suddenly your shifts of focus changes, and you will change. You will study more about business, you will read more magazines about business, you will talk to others more about business. I will not talk about sports to anybody. I will not go and talk about things that will not improve me. When I meet my friends, we always discuss about things that help us. Like I learned something. I was talking a couple of days ago with this friend of mine. He lives here in Naples during the winter times, and he's from Illinois. He has a big waste management company there, and he just gave it to his daughter because they wanted to get a big contract from government. And I didn't know this, but government in US in some states have this law that they should deal equally with companies who are owned by females and males. So because mostly waste management companies, almost all of them are owned by men, he put his daughter there as the owner, and he got the contract, huge, like multi-million-dollar contract. He was very happy, and his daughter now running the company. He's now in Naples enjoying his time, and I learned something new from him, that if you plan to deal with the government in some states, you have to check the equal opportunity, and maybe for that company hire a female as a CEO. There are many things you can learn, things that changes your life a lot. And this is the benefit of hanging around with wealthy people. Take this from me, do this for a year, quit going to bars and a sports club. Now you should anyway. Most of the places, they are closed because of coronavirus. Now these days you should stay home to avoid spreading coronavirus or COVID-19 disease. But when we pass over this, and I'm sure very soon, yesterday they said by this summer they will have antiviral medications. Some company mentioned that, and another company is doing a vaccine on 45 human beings, and the results will be published June 2021. And by that time, they hope the vaccine will be available. We will get over this. I am a scientist. I strongly believe in science, and I have faith in science. I think science and humanity will surpass and overcome this coronavirus infection that we are, the novel coronavirus infection, and we will get over it. So once that happens, please see who you hang around. See the 5 people closest to you that you hang around, and most likely you know what they do. If you know their income, then add all those 5 income divided by 5. This is what your income most likely you will have in your life if you hang around them. Think seriously about yourself, about your family. Does your loyalty to these friends deserve you having this income that they have? Or do you wish to have a better life for yourself? Do you wish to come and in these beautiful areas, to travel to all these beautiful bougainvillea and palm trees and go anywhere you wish? This happens only through wealth. And for that, you have to take action. Remember, I always tell my students, success is not an accident. Success is not an accident. You have to get off your gluteus maximus, your buttock, and do some work. You have to take action, at least at the begin, at least 3 things that bring you closest to your goals every day. If you're a new graduate from any program, 80% of your time should be spent on marketing. You have to take actions. You have to know about all the business protocols. If you do not know about business, no matter what fields you are in, you will not become rich, wealthy, and successful. Only those who know about the business can become successful. Doesn't matter if you're manual osteopaths or others. You can be the best clinician, but you will not become rich and wealthy if you do not know about how to run your business. This is very important. The future of your family depends on it. Your own future depends on it. Life is so much beautiful when you are wealthy. I came 34 years ago to Canada as a refugee. I was homeless. I slept in shelters. My first job was $3.75 an hour. Now I have my friend Justin Trudeau, Honorable Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, invites me for breakfast, emails me about his wife's coronavirus infection case, and always updates me with news. I was before he made it public, I knew that he allocated $10 billion to help Canadians. He told me in the email that he does not want any Canadian to worry about rent, groceries, or childcare because of COVID-19 infectious diseases. This is what happens to you. I brought myself up, not by luck. Everybody tells me, oh, you're so lucky. It was never luck. I learned about business. I learned about successful people. From that time until now, I am reading every day about business. All I do, I think how to improve my life. Every day for an hour, I sit in front of a beautiful tree and flowers with a pen and paper, blank paper, and I just write ideas how I can improve my businesses, my life. I work on this all the time. Success for me was never luck. I worked at it while others go watch TV. I work at it. I still wake up at 3 a.m. every morning, and while everybody is asleep, I do my job. I always do my job. The reason I made my schools the largest provider of manual osteopathic education with alumni in 72 countries is because I do my work. I set up my clinic, Osteopathic Chronic Pain Clinics of Canada, in September 2017, and from one clinic in Toronto, we now have 333 clinics in over 30 countries. Just this week, we opened 4, 2 of them in South Africa. It's now the largest chronic pain clinic in the world, the largest osteopathic clinic in the world, because I do my job. These success are not accident. They are not luck. I work at it. I take activity. I don't sit on my gluteus maximus. Sometimes I do, but not much. I do my job, and you can too. It is a lot easier than you can think. You think about becoming wealthy. It is so easy, but it requires perseverance. It requires you to dream big. It requires you to set goals and for you to take action, and choosing your friends, ghosting them, the ones who are negative and not wealthy, and trying to find mentors who are wealthy. This is one of the steps you can do in your journey to become wealthy. You would love it when you reach successful and wealthy. You feel so good when you don't need to worry about money. It just makes the whole life so beautiful when you remove this worry. I have no stress now because of this. I don't need to worry about money anymore in my life, and that stress keeps me healthier and makes my life more beautiful, more pleasurable, and I enjoy it a lot better than before, when I was washing dishes and working for minimum wage. It is a lot better. That's it for today. I have to go and do 2 hours of bicycling. You have a nice day, and I want to thank God. I love you, God. I want to thank God for giving me all this beauty, for surrounding me with all this nature and beauty, for providing me with abundant life. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful, and I pray for you. I pray that you have a healthy, happy, wealthy life and get abundant life coming your way. The reason I make these videos are to share my knowledge, to make sure everybody enjoy God's bounty. It's a beautiful life, and God bless. Thank you for watching this video. I love you all. Namaste.